Anthropic and OpenAI have a problem, and it just made your Claude subscription better. On Wednesday, a lab from China dropped a model that matches Fable 5 at 1/5 of the price, maybe even lower. 2 days later, Anthropic made Fable 5 permanent. Here's what's happened, what's true, and how you can end up on the winning side. If you're new here, I'm Victor. I built and sold a 50-person company before I turned 25, then worked at Apple, Adobe, and Cisco. Over the past 3 years, I've used AI to run every part of my life. On this channel, I share the exact workflows I use daily. Now, back to Anthropic's very bad week. For 2 years, 2 companies have owned the best AI models, and they charge whatever they want pretty much. The best models sit behind the most expensive plans in the business, $100 or sometimes even $200 a month. Personally, I pay for the top plan myself happily. The best model is definitely worth it when nothing else comes close, but that price only works as long as one thing stays true. Nobody matches them for less money. This week, someone did. Now enter Kimi. On Wednesday, July 16, 2026, a Chinese lab called Moonshot shipped a new model called Kimi K3. This is not a toy, it's a real-life model that whooped straight into the top tier. The stock market noticed within hours. People online called it a new DeepSeek moment. And those 2 shops you see on the picture here, well, their week was about to get pretty damn hard. So, the big numbers, 2.8 trillion parameters, which is the largest open model ever announced to date. A memory window of 1 million tokens, so it can hold whole projects in its head. The model itself goes public on July 27th. That means anyone can use it and run it and host it or even sell access to it. And the price, $3 in, $15 out, which means solid level pricing for Fable level output. And that last card is the whole story. Now, the published numbers, not the hype. On front-end Code Arena, it went straight to number 1, even past Fable 5. Terminal bench, 88%, GPQA, 93%, but on GDP-Val, the test that measures actual real work across 44 different jobs, it only came in 3rd behind Fable 5 Max and GPT 5.6 Sol. So no, it didn't really crush anything, but it did something scarier for the big labs. It got close enough that price actually starts to matter and decide which model to use. Test scores, of course, can be gamed. So here's a second opinion. Nick Sarev, another YouTuber, tested K3 against Fable 5 on day 1. Same prompts, both models. The 3D globe, Kimi was clearly better. The Galaxy demo, Kimi won again, but took 3 times longer. The stacking game, a tie, and for research pages, almost the same. His verdict, about 98% of Fable 5, but at a Sonnet price level. Slower, cheaper, but extremely close. And that picture should worry every single pricing team in Silicon Valley, San Francisco right now. 2 results that look the same, one costs 5 times more. When the quality is the same, price is the only thing left to compare. And open models will only get cheaper from here on out, which is really good for us consumers. Now, let's watch the timeline, because the timing is the story here. Wednesday, K3 drops, and AI stocks dip. Thursday, every big AI channel runs the comparison, and one question is everywhere. Why would you even pay for Fable 5 when you have Kimi prices? And Friday, Anthropic announces Fable 5 stays on subscriptions for everyone on the Max and Team tiers. For good, after a month of calling it temporary. Draw your own conclusions. I've already drawn mine, and I'm pretty happy about it. Alright, so here's what permanent means for Monday. Because the headlines get it a little bit wrong. So on Max and Team Premium, Fable 5 stays at half your weekly limits. On Pro, you get $100 in, one time. When that's used up, Fable moves over to pay per use, which means $10 in, 50 out per million tokens. So it's permanent for the top plans and kind of a goodbye for everyone else. So make sure you check your plan before Monday hits. And ultimately here, let me say the quiet part out loud. They didn't get generous, they got competition. And I mean that as a compliment. This is exactly what competition is made for and is really good for us as consumers again. So now zoom out, and the pattern is pretty clear. The cost of AI is falling 30 to 40 times a year. Every skill that justified a $200 plan gets matched by an open model within months. The old world, pay the wall or lose access. The new world, there is always a second door. High prices won't survive second doors. And this week was the first crack of that showing up. This dam is every premium AI subscription right now. The water is the open source AI. It doesn't need to break the dam. It just needs to keep pushing until the high price stops making sense to the user, which is you and me. So on July 27th, when Kimi K3 goes public, the pressure is definitely going to double. Now the uncomfortable part, because this week also showed me something about my own setup. Everything I run, my notes, my routines, my planning, my whole system runs on one company's model. For a few days this month, it looked like that model was leaving my plan. And I want to be honest about what I felt on Friday when it didn't. Not relief, joy, because of one choice that I made about 2 months ago that most people have not made yet. I built my system to work with any model on purpose. Everything the AI knows about me lives in plain text files, in a folder that I own locally on my laptop, not inside any app's chat history or in the cloud. I point Claude at the folder and it knows me. But I can also point Kimi at the same folder and it's also going to know me. The model is a rental. The context is still mine. That's why a price war is amazing news and music to my ears every time. So every door leads to the same briefcase. And that's what I built, and I'm very excited about it. And here's the good part. You can build the seed of this in 20 minutes with 3 simple files. User.md, who you are, your goals, how you want answers, etc. Memory.md, what's going on right now, projects, decisions this week. And a README that tells any other new model how to use the other 2 documents. I packaged the exact build as a model proof kit, one paste, works with any AI, free in the description below, and it matters more this week than it did last week. So, the one thing to do this week, move your context out of the app and into a folder, whether that app is ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Claude, or anything else. Files first, app second. Any model, do that, and every future price war is a discount instead of a crisis. 3 things that I'm watching from here. July 27th, the Kimi K3 weights go public and the race to host it the cheapest is going to begin. OpenAI, they haven't answered at all yet, and their answer is going to set the next price board probably. And the next plan update email from any AI company, because now you know how to read it. It's not a product update. It's going to be a move in a price war. And when the next one lands, you'll see it clear as daylight. So that's the scoop. A lab from China matched the best model in the world at 1/5 of the price. Anthropic answered within 2 days, and your subscription got better because nobody has won yet. That was the promise at the start. What happened, what's true, and how can you win? And winning looks like a folder you own. Grab the model proof kit for free in the link in the description below. I drop new videos every week, so subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.